Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the TV, and I forget it now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bringing good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nimba to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bon County to Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
In the Sktv, it is the best in Liberia. Sktv, it is the best in Africa, and indeed we are the best when it comes to information, giving out information, talking truth to power, and so forth. You know, we are the best. So that's just the fact, folks. What a way to say the pleasant good evening, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Sktv show. What's the time like from your end? From my end here is 8 minutes past 6. That's the time check from what I sit and broadcast. And today is Friday, as usual. You know, every Friday we'll come here. Yes, you know, some of you come here with a little support and so forth. But again, let me say the pleasant good evening. Let's share the show. If you just joining us, please let's share the show. Let me see our best to send the link around because yeah, you know, time is not easy. Life is really important. Because life makes time, and time is really important. So that's why we always make sure, if I'm making sure that we be in time. So again, please share the show. Those of you who just joining us, share the show. For matter of fact, we're going to recognize all of you, our followers, our listeners. You know, we also have people via the radio always, you know, they do their duty to follow the Sktv show. Even when we're not coming on, they will call us to find out as to what's going on, what has something happened. Why is it that if we are now on the radio and they want to get all of the information? So again, please let's share. I'm seeing Mr. Connor. He said in black and white. Maybe he trying to set up, but anything. Yes, indeed, we will get to Mr. Connor. But please let's share the show. Ali Masale, good evening, my dear friend and brother. I know it's afternoon time. To those of you that are in the US, for a matter of fact, so many things happening in Liberia, and I know some of you following, some of you commenting, even some of you are also posting, you know, the good and the bad. Mind you, you know, we live in a country or a world where we have a good and bad side. It's not everything that just so bad. No, we have good and we have the bad one. So always time we want to inform our people about some of these things that are happening. Some of the trending national issues. Yes, We also get a report that yeah, coming. Let me see how best. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sending the link around to all of you people. Please follow more. Yeah, it's not easy. Everybody just calling back to back. Yeah, I'm trying to do so. Please, let's wait on a little bit. Let me see how best to send the link. Yes, Mark will be here with us very, very soon. Steve Bullet, Mose will also be here with us. The 12 Talking Man will be here with us on the show on the Friday edition. Yeah, it's good to be here with you on Friday after the birthday, though. It's not easy, but we're grateful. Yeah, we're grateful. Everything we do, we are always grateful to the Almighty Creator because there's some life you live. The life not even for you, it's for God. But you pretend or you behave like the life that you are living is for you. No, God gave it to you so that you can live. And then you ready and take your life away from you. That's the thing. So that's why it's good to treat people good, because we are all human and we all will have all of the best opportunity in making sure that yes, we have everything. So happy belated birthday again to me, myself, and I. And let me say thanks to all of you, for remembering the incoming deco. Let me tell you. Yeah, you know, Mr. Connor, you yeah. Yeah, Monk, I just sent a link. You're way too I'm coming. Yeah, Mr. Connor, I'm coming, I'm still sharing the link around.
I'm,
Some of you.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting Mr. Connor. Go ahead.
Yeah. So once again, I want to say happy birthday to you, and I want to take this time to say thank you to everybody, on SKTV platform and everywhere else who actually celebrated your birthday yesterday. I want to say thank you to you, Melbourne, for everything you have done. I wish we have more to do for you, but in our week we will always, try to support you and be able to, celebrate a birthday with you, like all our colleagues. Yeah, but happy birthday to you. So yesterday we asked all our friends, followers, and well wishers to help us celebrate Melbourne's birthday, but it seemed like that call kind of fell on deaf ears. It was only me and Monk that were able to, at least buy cool water for Monk. I mean, for Melbourne for the birthday. That's kind of disappointing. All of you come here every day, appreciating Melbourne for what he does, for SKTV, for Liberia, the challenges, that he and others Liberia are faced with. We all know. So it takes a courage, it takes a man to actually be able to keep up, what Melbourne and others been doing every day to come and be on this show, transportation every day, and we don't pay them for food, we don't do anything. So if that person's special day comes, I think the least we can do is to identify with them, tell them thank you. But I didn't see that. But again, it's not too late. Customarily, we support SKTV on Friday, every Friday. So if you support SKTV today, or whatever you send to us, whether you say Melbourne or you say SKTV, we will definitely, um, you know, make sure we make that available to Melbourne because we really, really need Melbourne to go and have some fun and enjoy his birthday. So Melbourne, man, what's going on? How's your birthday and how did you celebrate your birthday yesterday?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Connor. Actually, you knew it, and let me say thanks to you and Mark. And I think we will have some of my, some people like to do teams. Cause maybe yes, I don't have much, but this is what I'm going to do. Thanks to all of you, those of you that remember me. Yes, that's good. But like Mr. Connor said, these things that we all do here today. Mr. Connor, just imagine somebody call me somewhere for also even a celebration, but I have to leave for them. Mr. Connor, just to come and do the. So you see the reason why I'm a little bit late just
Yeah.
because I was so bad and I have to make that time available. Even the person start, but maybe let, let the show be so to do. I said, what? I don't know again. As we speak, the person can't even get over it. I said, no, man, I have to go. I have to go. The person be born. Please, man. Yeah.
because you talk about some people calling you and saying they didn't got money, they start sending you something that want Steve show face straight. You want you to share with him. So every time that you got beside what me and mom, you tell me that some people call you in the back and they did what they're supposed to do from SKTV. If they do that, then
Yes. Yes, let me say this, even though maybe some of them will not want, but I think 1 or 2
it's okay. You don't have to call their name, but it's a lot you recognize it. That's what matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I think 1 or 2 person reach out and they really did well. Let me be frank. These are days that when you come, like you said, Mr. Connor. So that's why I'm reaching, waiting for this day to also appreciate them. We have some good people. Some of them say, maybe, please don't tell nobody, man. Maybe it's okay,
Tell you secretly, I want to tell anybody about tell my boss man.
Thank you. That's the thing that because I can say recall one time on the show you said something, and what you said, you said appreciating people for little is good, because when you do that, God open more doors for you. So for me, my people, you always say, well, Mr. Academy, I will tell you over here. Even though Mr. Academy, well, that's good. Thank you for reaching out. And Mr. Academy, be frank. Marka Davis and the rest of the team last night, they were with me throughout. And in fact, Marka Davis said, I will tell you, you should pick on him.
No, I gotta call Marka Davis. Marka Davis actually, I will call him today. I'll call him today.
Yes. So actually, Mr. Kane, it was great. It was very fun. Even your little daughter also, she make things really good for me, because she was just overflow happy. I don't know what did I like? I really understand my birthday, but I think it was just
But wait. They probably the thing we're talking about. You don't recognize me, but they probably the thing we're talking about. Remember, why you spending all the money and you never made report?
Oh, easy.
I told you that one makes your face. When you talk about
let me.
let my business share with you.
Now I know that Steve, you see, I get love for Steve, but Steve not let my business. That's the kind of thing. So my brother, actually, we haven't made any report yet, but we may report. Don't worry. You might know back. We
last year I was monitoring you. I spoke with the player when I spoke with the player, they gave me the receipt of everything I was paying. So what you need to do now, do they need it? And they will face the thing, the one I left there, they will face it. Don't son, and I'm looking to already on you. As your record, we gotta preserve your record. So
don't worry, I said, my record will always be clean, and you know that. I will not be like, maybe they put your name on some kind of appointment. I say, no, not you. No. I will not do that. So any record I gave to you, that's it. So don't worry, man. I will give you all the record. But again, thanks to all of you, man. Steve, I'm very proud. And so Mr. Kind team, he said, even as we speak, the president tells me, maybe after the show, you come back. I'm not coming back after the show. I'm going to rest. Yeah, so Mr. Kind, thank you. You can take over. So many things happening in Liberia, ranging from the president, new appointments. Also, people are saying that if our names were placed, and at the end of the day, the name was they call it harmless error. So again, yes, Liberia is good. We are all moving about freely. We all okay. Apart from some of the happenings when it comes to politics, the impasse at the lower house, they continue. We're getting reports, mixed reactions to whether Jeff Nadikov are going to resign or not. All these things just been in a corridor, and it's still in a corridor. So so apart from that, also with the RSC Moali, we getting a confirmed report that we dedicated one place or water area that they spent close to almost 300,000+, according to unconfirmed report and information that also spark of mixed reactions on the from the public that indeed that money were too huge for that project. So yes, again, we are okay, Mr. Kane. I know we have so many things to talk about package. They have issues also where we still getting information that some of our in fact people who are not duty register, or maybe who are not licensed by the DMC. They are, some of them, they are in fact they're delivering people, and people are losing their lives, people are operating, and all so some of these things are happening back home here, Mr. Connor. And Mr. Dollar will also join us. As usual himself, every Friday we should be able to have him as one of the guest panelists. So I think you see him beneath the show there is Mr. Maurice Dollar.
Yeah, so Melbourne, thank you. Since Steve and Muna are here, I know Steve will take over because I'm not going to be here for a long time. But before I go to Steve, Muna, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. See, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. But you sound tired. What's going on? Is everything good?
No, I'm not tired. The weather. I'm under the weather. That's why. Yeah, I'm good.
Sorry to hear that. I mean, you need to drink some hot tea, hot coffee.
Yeah.
Hot ginger. Ginger is good.
Sure.
Maybe we need to see some of Melbourne team where you can go buy ginger because that oil put in the birthday. So Melbourne, whatever you get today, we'll share with whenever I go buy ginger. Yeah, but I know maybe we'll not have problem with that. But
No problem, Mr. Connor, no problem. Muna is my sister, so anytime when Muna is happy, that makes myself, I'm happy.
Yeah, so Muna, speedy recovery, get well soon. So my people, you're here. Today is Friday. We normally, support us. I know most of the people who are supposed to be Sktv stakeholder, most of them are kind of laying by, lately. But it's okay, I know, things are hard everywhere. I know it will be okay. However, today is Friday, as we normally do. Let's celebrate Melbourne's birthday today. We started it yesterday. Actually, it was only me and Monk that could openly, support him. He just said that a few people did in the back, which is okay. 2 people, that's okay. If you can do it in the back, that's okay too. If you can do it through Sktv, we'll also appreciate it. It doesn't really matter. But again, please feel free to reach out to us, and so we can all celebrate Melbourne birthday. So, Steve, I'm going to be running the show for the most part. And what's going on with you, my man? What's up? We're not hearing you, Steve.
Yeah, I suppose I wanted to ask you 1 or 2 questions, but maybe
I'm not going to be here for too long. Ask your question right now because I'll be gone very soon.
Yeah, before we get into the politics, I listened to the CMC B-Man because the show will be hard today. I listened to the CMC B-Man on OKFM, and the CMC B-Man did not declare that he will run for the seat of the speaker should Fanati Kofa resign. Is there something going on that the public needs to know about for CNC? Are you guys eyeing the speakership seat or not? Because we will bring our own news. Now Sktv, yeah, we don't want to bring our own news there. And we will live.
So I listened to the interview, and from what I heard, I think the interviewer did a very good job.
Yep.
He tried to push the political leader in so many ways, and be who he is. I think he did extremely well in answering almost all of the questions. You may not like some of the answers, or you may not want the answer that he gives you. But yes, he did extremely well. But with regards to the speakership thing, I think Musa ability being in there before taking office, I think he talked about his ambition to run for speakership, and then we later on saw that he decided to run for the deputy speakership. He did not win. And owing to what we all know, being somebody who actually been champion of rule of law, Musa ability ran with Richard Kuhn as the deputy speaker. They did not win. But Richard Kuhn and others decided to be lawbrokers as opposed to being lawmakers. Musa stood up against them, against the people, the group that supported him. He stood up against them because he wanted the people to adhere to the rule of law. And he instead supported the side that defeated him and Richard Kuhn. Not everybody can do that in Liberia. For you to be defeated and side with the people that defeated you, simply because you want to protect the law, you want to protect the Constitution, I think it's we should say kudos to him, most ability. So with regards to his ambition to run for anything else in the House of Representatives, I think that is his right. Also, you got to understand that he is the leader, the head, the chairperson for the Rule of Law Rule of Law Caucus within the House of Representatives. So if there is any election, we expect the rule of law to put up a candidate, be it Mutabelity or anybody else, because if they could just fight for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and then there's an opportunity for election for what they would be fighting for things to be done legally, and then they allow that to be governed to Richard Kuhn in the silver platter, I think that would be unfair. I think it's the right thing. If he does, it will be a good thing, and I hope he wins. If he doesn't, I'm hoping that somebody else from the Rule of Law Caucus, people who stood up with the law, people who stood up with the Constitution, people who actually restore the hope of Liberian people to say everything is not lost yet. I think one of them should be able to stand up, show that the rule of law can be upheld in the House of Representatives. So hopefully Musa Ability will run, if at all there's going to be an election. But if he doesn't, I would appreciate to see anybody from the rule of law, if at all, Councilor Speaker Fanatic decide to resign.
Okay, well, we are following the story. We'll give some of the developing stories behind the CMC move and the CNC chairman, the role that he played. We probably won't get information. We don't want to get hard nothing. We can talk it. So when I think we're watching you, the information we get will wait. Watching your move, but we are following the events. Like we said on the show, the CMC is not exempt. CMC is not exempt. We'll know what thing Musa Benedict did behind closed door. What thing happened, we'll bring everything on the show and we'll discuss it. We're about clear on that one.
What Musa Benedict did?
Without rushing with the information, we'll get to that point. That way, anything in negotiation, we'll discuss what everybody's role was and what happened and what they did. We'll discuss in detail. Then what led to the CMC wanting to run for this speakership, how it all started or whatever it is. For now, we'll hold our peace till Musa Benedict decide to run for the CNC speaker, for the speakership, or if for a reason, we'll hold it here. That ain't ready there. We'll leave it right there. But folks, let's share the show.
we and I'm gonna show you in the Sktv family that we have nothing to hide. And then if at all Musa Beledi decide to run, and if that opportunity avails itself, I think that would be the best thing, and I hope he wins. There's nothing secret actually happening. I think it was a public document when the proposal that were sent to the former vice president was made public by the Rule of Law Caucus. And I think Musa Beledi spoke extensively yesterday, talking about the processes that could lead to a final resolution to the stalemate within the House of Representatives. So there's nothing secret. As you may be aware, when it comes to politics, especially wherein people are fighting each other, this is a political fight. It always ends with negotiations. The way and shape the negotiation is done, that is something to be discussed. But there's nothing secret that happen. I don't want you to make it look like the Tiwa Musability did in the back. That if the same Musability were in involved in
No, Mr. Cannon, you're speaking as CNC man. You can't detail for me. You can't tell me what I know or what I don't know. No. I'll disagree with you openly because you are speaking as CNC B man. I said I don't want to go there yet. When the time comes to conclude, we'll get to it. But you can't.
You're going to allow me to conclude?
Okay, go ahead and conclude. Go ahead.
Okay, nobody's stopping you from investigating what you want to investigate. Nobody's stopping you from talking about what you want to talk about. But what I'm saying, when you come and say we will talk about what Musability did in the back without stating anything, people kind of gravitate more towards negativity than positives. So if at all you know something, feel free. CMC will now hold you, for any reason when you can talk about anything that have to do our political or anything that have to do with CMC. So, matter of fact, if Musability decides to run for this position, if that position is available, it's not because he's CMC. It has nothing to do with CMC as a political party. Musability was elected and went in that House of Representatives, not as CMC. So trying to make the whole thing look like a CMC thing, it will be, an exaggeration.
Well, Musability running as an independent candidate, Mr. Cannon. What are you talking about? Well, Musability runs and he wins. Who ticket will be running on?
There's no ticket over there.
If he runs, he'll be running on CMC ticket. So anything.
There's no ticket there. The other representative election is not like the election that is organized by.
It doesn't matter. It's
not the same. It's not the same. They're all voting. Nobody voting over when they're voting. They're not voting as United Party, CDC, or this and that. They are voting as members of the House of Representatives. That's why when people are elected to go in there, they are elected by their leaders, by their constituencies. Once they are there, they are a body. So they vote as a body, they don't vote as party. So that's why you see some people from different party and they can vote for different person that have no affiliation with their party. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not telling you not to call CMC, but it's my responsibility to set the record straight. Okay. You including anybody that will involve in speculation or talk about things that they have no idea of, it's my responsibility to come to the record straight. So it's okay. So don't be angry if I tell the record straight. You can go ahead and say anything you want to say. It's my responsibility to come and state the truth to the people so they can understand exactly what's going on.
So you're 100% right. As a party, one of the leaders in the CMC, everywhere CMC is mentioned, especially if you're there, that is the right thing to do, as opposed to other political parties who, in the past, we've seen that were unable to clear the air or provide clarity or context to conversations regarding the political leaders. Like we say, for example, the former ANC advisor to Mr. Cummings, which is CMC Global Chair now, Dr. Chinwe, when she will be on the show and will talk about Mr. Cummings, she will be smiling, and that's a fact. I'm not going against her, but I'm just saying the truth. So you are doing the right thing. That's what people do when you represent a party and something is said about the party, whether positive or negative. It's okay to react to it. For me personally, I don't mind, but I don't mind. But like I said, we will discuss the role Musability play. If people want to say he played negative role at the business, the data tanker will discuss it, whether it's negative or positive. And I'm able to think for people. I'm not able to say don't think that way or don't say it that way. Anybody want to let them think that way. But whether you like it or not, Musability has played a pivotal role. Whether it is positive or it is negative, when I think I will discuss it. That's what I'm saying. He played a role.
I think that's fair enough. That's very fair. And even speaking of a role that Musability played, that's an understatement. Musability is the chairperson of the Rule of Law Caucus.
Lead out our story. When we get it with this,
who can play a pivotal role more than him? So creating a boss, the role Musability play. Musability was expected to play a role.
Yeah, but if you don't know what I negative or not, and with this mystify it, we'll clarify it.
No,
Why you
no,
rushing?
it's not a problem. We'll be more than happy to do
And now
that.
you see people, you're rushing. You don't need to rush. When the tanker will bring anything else, I will discuss everything.
And besides that, you just made mention of our global chair leader, that Francis Richardson.
Yeah.
And whatever you allege that happened in the past with the CPP or ANC, that is not our prerogative. What I can tell you right now, she's doing a very good job with the CMC. She is representing us very well, and she is showing very good leadership when it comes to the movement. You know,
say I elect?
Yeah,
Did you say
it's an allegation.
No, it's not an allegation, it's a fact.
But I don't know if it's
you want to play the video recordings? You want me to put it up?
I don't know if it's a fact, but I'm telling you whatever happened in the past.
You are talking at you, Mr. Kane, and you are aware, and you know about it, and CNC people know about it. And she's doing a pool. Great.
You know what I'm saying it, and I'm saying it. So when I'm speaking about it, I was saying it's a lie because I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So what I just try to communicate is the fact that she's doing very well, and we really appreciate her leadership, and we have no problem, we have no qualm at all.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck. I wish CNC good luck. Our role here, now to make sure we have the conversation. Thank God you hear CNC be man on the tank, and we'll make sure we want to talk about CNC. We'll be on a side.
I can't really ask you, but I'll be following.
And when they talk about CNC, we'll make sure will be fair to Mr. Kane to be here that day. It will not be where he's busy, or where he's in the middle of something. We'll make sure we'll do it on a day. We'll consult with him to make sure we'll do it on a day where he will be fully available, present in person. In fact, if you want to bring the whole CMC, let him bring the whole CMC.
You know what I want to do? The next time you are off, I want to bring on. I want to invite the CMC Vice Chair for Administration for USA, Mr. Jerome Gilman, and myself. I'm not coming that day as SKTV. We are coming to speak about the CMC and the plan, forward.
Okay.
And we will be there to discuss anything, and we'll be open to answering any question from you or anybody who may have a question about, anything that has to do with CMC. So,
most definitely. But before you leave, let me ask you this question. Let's digress from the CNC. The only reason why it came up because it's one of the latest reports and one of the latest things that are happening in the back end. But let's digress just a little bit before you leave. People are having this conversation around the Constitution and if the Justice Minister of Justice Ministry should give people a chance to come and protest, and they're referring to the Constitution or whatever it is. But I was reading, the Constitution back then and most recently, and from what I saw in there, it looks like a bunch of people who don't want to be held accountable, telling you when to come and protest or when to come and speak, when to come in the street for your own right to talk about it. So if the Justice Ministry feel like they're not comfortable with you, then they say they will not give you permit. Then you can't go protest. So what say you about that? Because I feel like that's something that's critically important, and protests are very important in any democracy.
Yeah, so first of all, let me acknowledge something you said in the past. I think announcing protests or scheduling protests is not a bad thing, it's not illegal, but protests can yield some fruitful results if it is spontaneous.
Yes.
You said that before, and I agree with that 100%. All the nonsense we are hearing right now is because it was discussed up front, and it's been scheduled, it's been discussed as to when and how it will happen. If you know the people are angry, if you know the people are not happy, just spark a protest. If the people follow you, that means the people are really angry and they want something done. If they don't follow, it doesn't matter your number, go do your protest and move from there.
Yes.
If people don't follow, that means they're not ready yet.
Okay. You see me.
So I want to say to you, everything going on right now, all the legal, all the legal argument they are making, it doesn't make sense. What they are hanging on right now is not even the Constitution. It is an act. It's called the Police Act. And that Police Act does not even mention all the legal argument they are making. What's going on? I think if you're not talking, please mute yourself, everybody. So I got to get out of here.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, so the Police Act they are talking about, it doesn't say you must take permit.
Yes.
It said you should inform.
Yeah.
That's the Police Act. You should inform the authority that you're going to do it. And the reason for that is for the authority to provide safety for you and protection for you, so that you can't have any counter protest that will spark problem.
Yep.
Beyond that, there is no law or any law that will contravene the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. That law does not exist. It is not law. And the Constitution says that it is a fundamental right of all Liberians at any time to assemble peaceably and peacefully protest if you want to, without any hindrance or harassment from the government. So people should not be afraid if they want to protest. Just yesterday, these were the same people arguing and fighting that Jowea government said before you protest, you got to take permit. They said, no, you don't have to take permit. There are a lot of people right now who are in the rescue team that protested, including Joseph Nimba County, Yomli Kanga Lawrence, Dara DeLong, and the rest of the rescue children. They all participated in protests against Jowea government, and they all said permit was not required. But today, because the shoe is on the other foot, they believe now is required. So I will not listen to it. It's a nonsense. It doesn't make sense. If the people ready to protest, let them go ahead and protest. It is a fundamental right, as long as peaceful protest. As a matter of fact, Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution, it says Liberian people are the one to decide how to govern. If they are not happy, it said they can alter. When it said they can alter, because Article 1 says it can alter, it means that you can disrupt, you can alter or change your government anytime when and if your happiness requires it. So whatever thing they are quoting, all the nonsense they are quoting, it makes no sense. It makes no sense at all for me. I believe the Constitution is paramount to any other law or rule that are considered as an extension of the Constitution. I believe the Constitution is very clear. Article 1 says you are the one to decide who to lead you. At any time you're not happy with their behavior, you can change them. That's what the Constitution says.
Yeah.
The Constitution also tells you that you can assemble at any time, at will, without being intimidated by anybody. So don't be afraid of anybody. Let people go out and do whatever they want to do, as long as they remain peaceful and remain law-abiding. They are not breaking the law, and nobody should stop them. If the police say the people should not do, just follow the constitutional, right, they shouldn't do what is, their fundamental right under the Constitution. Then the police they're looking for different trouble, and when anything derived from that, they'll be holding themselves accountable.
Well, thank you, Mr. Khan. I really want to pick your brain. I know you got to run. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much, folks. Let's share the show. Like I said, the show will be hard today. Let's welcome Mr. Dollar. Mr. Dollar, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Shaq, my man, what's going on? Everything. I know you're in and out today. Not easy. What's going on? Shaq, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Steve. Yes, I'm just been fluctuating with the network situation from our end, Nimba. But Nimba is relatively kind, and let me say good evening to all of the folks, all of the panelists, including Mr. Kane. I want to say good evening to you, and good evening to Padore and Muna. Mayborn, and all of you, good evening to you. And we are in Nimba County. Nimba County is cool. As a matter of fact, citizens are moving about doing that number thing, in Nimba County. But yes, it is good that we are back today on the show.
Thank you so much. My man, quickly before we get into the conversation for today, I know yesterday our people there, some of the Unity Party people, and not Nimba County people. I don't want to say Nimba. I don't want to put down the Nimba. I know yesterday you announced that some of those Unity Party people there, those people who call themselves sons of swans, sons of pigs. That's what I mean. That's what swan means. The mossy, the vet, and so forth. How are people who are not sons of pigs that are in Nimba County, the real Nimba citizens, the real Nimbarians, those people who mean well for the country, how are they doing, my man? How everything? I know the man's frozen again. Sheriff, you can come back. Sheriff will be back. You don't worry about those Joseph Bakas or put them who in Nimba County making noise. They call themselves sons of pigs, so they got pig brains. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about any Joseph Bagas supporter. I'm not. You're not important. You got pig brain. You got what you told the word that you got a pig brain. So I'm not worried about you. The people who are worried about are the Liberian people, the people who mean well, the people who are able to stand up and speak up in the midst of, wrongdoing or whatever the whole government can't do. Those are Liberian people that I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about pig brain and who passing around with the president who they've told his vice president say bring gun down the drain. I guys will be worried about. You're not all the things you're doing, they're upside down. Nothing serious inside. The only thing you're doing is just a bunch of stealing. Can you imagine a government in less than 1 year and a half? You're not almost used 1 billion. Are you really serious? That's why you're not spent in less than 2 years? The Liberian pool said, but the conversation we have today, I know may your very my own level, and remind you and put it rubber in your faces at my level. I ain't got no other issue with y'all. But let's move on, folks. Let's move on. As we get into the conversation here, I want Sherry to come and answer my question because we got to talk about the aspect of we got to get permit. Yeah, and some of us said it a long time ago. We got to talk about it. Yes, Shaq, before you left, I was asking you a question about the real Nimarians, those Nimarians who are well-meaning, those Nimarians who are doing good in the country. I wanted to ask you about them. The Nimba County people who are kind of Nimba will swallow GB there, and those Unity Party supporters and Joseph Bagas supporters, they will not do anything. They can't do anything. They just a bunch of talkers. They can't do nothing. You can't behind the wall, you can't beg. So now, my question to you is, how the actual citizens of Nimba, the well-meaning Liberians who are Nimbarians, how are they doing? I'm talking about the pig brains. The one with pig brains, those sons of swans. I don't know what I'm talking about. What would you say? My man, the pig brain and the
Steve, the citizens, Nimba County, just Nimba County, and besides that, the citizens are the citizens. We have about 5 tribes in Nimba County, and the 2 major tribes are the Gio and the Mano. And as a matter of fact, they are doing well. The majority tribe, though the Mano are also one of the major tribes, the majority tribe, the Gio, they have the vote reach center in Nimba County. They are the electoral college of Nimba when it comes to getting power, especially from the Angora District 4, District 3, and other places in Nimba County. But the citizens are doing good. They are all happy. Those are in fact, I love those part of B, and that's around the River Belt, all the way going to River going to Grand Bassa County. I love that end, District number 9, and that district is represented by Town Bay. So yes, Nimbarians are doing well, and original Nimbarians are actually doing well, Steve. As a matter of fact, people are doing their normal businesses, no trouble. We are just living the way we're supposed to live, even though the issue of this peace and other things. But as a matter of fact, you go to bed in the morning, you wake up, there's no trouble. I believe that Nimbarians are doing well. Seriously.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Let me ask Mr. Dollar this question.
Let me just bring you to speak quickly from Nimba before you go to Mr. Dollar, Steve.
Yes, please.
What's happening in the county? Yes. What is happening in the county now is about transparency and accountability from the citizen, especially from the angle of the superintendent, Madam Koumi Gono. Is one person right now on the spotlight in Nimba County doing a lot of development from her end as a superintendent, and without informing the people of Nimba County where the finance is coming from. And the Nimba are disenchanted with the attitude, especially when they was working the power, when she was daughter in the office. Too many funds were being used to renovate the superintendent compound of Sanekore City. And with that, citizens were wondering as to where are you getting the money from? She said it was a gift, but she didn't tell the Nimba County people who gave her the gift. It was a gift to Nimba County to renovate the superintendent compound. And besides that, the welcoming gate, everything, Sokopa, the renovation of Sokopa, entering to Nimba County from the Bella Bell is on a renovation as well, being renovated. Besides that, every day, 400,000 plus were being spent beyond Motoba. Remember, the chief and elders were called before the by-election in Ganta to support Osama Gombe. But recent days, the commissions and other chiefs were given Motoba. The superintendent will also ask as to where she's getting the funding from, but she managed to say that she's getting the funding from the citizens are not in no, and they are not going for county council sitting to this time, but too much money being spent from the angle of the superintendent will inform the people of Nimba County. And mind you, when the superintendent took over, she will talk about this accountability issues, transparency. She even brought auditors in the county about how everything went on and came down. Nobody know how the auditor left the county, no results, because she was there. She wanted to audit the past leader, the CDC then leadership. She wanted to audit them and see how best before she could take office. But after that, there have been no result. But too many money being spent by the superintendent. As we speak right now, according to her, the market, the relocation of the Sanekore market is ongoing, and that money is coming from the county account. But senators from the angle of the citizen, majority of them don't have the senator and they don't know about it. There's no town hall meeting, being hosted by the superintendent. Money being spent on too many motorbikes to commission is not being given by the government, but from the angle of the superintendent. And all of these things coming from the angle of the superintendent, no accountability, no transparency. And when they are talking about a lawmaker, receive 100,000 for district development for allegedly, they have not been giving report to district. And that's remind the citizens have to. But what is happening from the angle of the superintendent? When you're talking about lawmaker, too many money spending from the angle of the superintendent from the county account, no accountability. Nobody knows what's going on. Everything is give. Everything is give. As a matter of fact, since the government came to power, majority of the thing they receive is from give. You remember the yellow machine issue when it came up in Barcelona? It was a gift from one of his friends who wanted to promote a rescue agenda. That's how to do also the buses, the Ayota buses that came from Ghana after Ghana had used it for 10 years, bringing it to reprint it. All those things say was a gift. So, I mean, the followers too are kind of coping with it, like everything is a gift. So, this is the concern of Nimba. The superintendent should give account to the people of Nimba. Where is she taking all of the money from, doing all of the renovation? You can see some on the social media. So, these are things happening in Nimba County, Steve.
So, are you saying that now that the elections is over, the people of Nimba are asking Maipia Gono, which is the current superintendent, to give account of the monies? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, give account of some of the expenses that is going on. Yeah, some of the expenses that is going on in the county. Too many development ongoing. You can see that welcoming game when it comes to Nimba County. It is there, welcome to Nimba County and Sokopa. They've been renovated, that District 8. And also the superintendent compound being renovated. Money putting beyond motorbikes, giving it to commission and some elders of the county. Citizens are concerned as to where is she getting the money from. She should give account to the people of Nimba County. And yes, she work for the people, she accountable to them. Whatever things they say, yes, she have to get account, because when she came to power, she talked about accountability and transparency. And she even brought auditor in the county, but today we don't know what's going on with those auditors, what's happening really, we don't know. But too many money spending have drew the attention of young people, citizens of Nimba County. Where is she getting the money from to spend on her own? Well, and besides that, she even said that she told the people of Nimba that very soon the chiefs will receive package, putting them on salary. She didn't mention the central government, and maybe she went towards the Ministry of Internal Affairs to see how best she can put them on salary. But she talked about very soon some chiefs will receive package one after the other. So yeah, it's a bit of concern being due, and and the balance flagging the issue on local radio station in Nimba County.
Okay, well, as long as it's an issue of accountability, that's important. Now I'm seeing some people commenting, other people are saying, well, and developing the content. You see, this is where we get it wrong. You think somebody developing or building something or whatever, that means they're not accountable. They need to get an account. So you can't just say, oh, but any person spending the money in the county, Mr. Dollar, how do you react to this? Because this is the mindset we have. Are you there? No, your audio is very bad. Can you please go out and come back in?
Yeah, I think I need to go off and come back.
Yeah, we'll probably be clearer. Thank you, Mr. Dollar. Yeah, and folks, let's be honest. This is something that we need to, in our country, we need to understand. It is okay, it is commendable for people to spend money on the people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's welcoming. But the most important thing any group of people can do is to also ask for account. Okay, if you say that $5 they gave you, fine. The $5 they gave you. How much you spend on this thing? How much you spend on this thing? Can we have receipt? Can it be clear on how much is spent on this thing? But you can't say, oh, because they gave you $5 and we saw food, then that means, yeah, everybody should be happy. We can't ask no question. No, you can't live in a society that then there is no accountability and there is no transparency. So in the context of accountability and transparency, I 100% support the people of Nimba County or wherever country or even the country. Some of the things we say here, not because we hate anybody, it's because we want transparency and accountability. That's it. That is it. It has nothing to do with it. So if she was using the fund, let her account to the people. That's it. Nobody have accused her of any wrongdoing or whatever it is. Until she can account, provide clarity and context, then it's a problem. Even the donor funds that you get or whatever money that you get, you give account of it. You show, and that's how it works, my people. That's how it works in government. That's how it should work in private settings. When you're doing a piece of job, wherever you are, there is accountability. That's what people do. I hear you sometimes.
Steve, there is not screen. There is not screen because remember now the benefit when somebody lawmaker was suspended for not joining the majority bloc by the police for about 8 months. All of the benefit that's going to be given to them have been eaten by the quote-unquote speaker, and I don't know with the government. I don't know what they did with the money. And the president is coming out saying that okay, since his Kuri money were eating as a president, as a government, I will pay for it myself. But where are you getting the money from? What happened to the money? What happened to the 8.1 million that's going to be for the allotment of your Kuris? So when this thing happening from Nimba County, in my mind just run to the national scene. So it's not a screen thing in this municipality-led government in terms of accountability. You say somebody has in a cookie job. What your hand is doing there? I mean, accountability, transparency. You should serve as an example. It is good that you are doing development. Yes, it is good at helping the counties. But where are you getting the money from? Get account to the people in the district, in the county. This is where I'm getting the money. When you talk about it was against the law. You took off it. You are not entitled to offer. You start furnishing the superintendent compound. Where you get the money from? You said I gave. So yes, I think she is accountable to the people.
Thank you. Milburn, let's hear from you. Are we going to the news bulletin here? Because we wanted to make sure we hear from you if you guys are prepared so that nothing's overlooked.
Yes, indeed, Steve, you're correct. We're going for the news bulletin summit off a little bit, having some chat with people. So again, so we're going for the news break, and we'll come back. We'll join you people, but I think you people can hold on because we are able.
But we won't join the news break too, my man. Why has been leaving all the,
Yeah, let me see how best to connect though.
Yeah, man. What a few days not been treating her well, man. Their birthday here now. I can't let us hold. Yeah, they make women.
I know they want birthday, don't buy.
Yeah, other birthday, that looking correct.
Happy belated birthday to him, for that.
Yeah, the birthday now. Muna, you got a late thing because you get it, then we got to pressure the man, make it happen.
No, I get it.
You get it?
What did I get?
That's not Sunday.
You get it. But Muna said, I don't know, you get it, you been quiet, you know. Also,
I got nothing.
Oh, but then we'll face it today, man. We'll face it today on the show. Shaq say, "Oh, you get this morning, so you not want it. So Shaq gave I know
that man knows what to do. That man knows
what to do. So the man thing what you not taking something?
No.
But what thing you not taking something?
Let him enjoy himself.
So you not want anything?
No, this on Sunday.
No, like you go Facebook now. Like you, what?
No, for me. The mayor they start complaining that the mayor, you say you don't have money. The mayor they start complaining that no money. Anything I say for right now, I'm saying get money. So I just made a condition for God.
Lead that story. What are you taking?
My man, I'm taking anything. The mayor gave me Kenny yesterday. That man gave me Kenny
yesterday. My man, you not my man. Kenny for China. You don't want trash. You want trash?
No, I want trash. Let me give me some pizza. Give me something. I'll drink it up.
With your dream, you get with Johnny. Couple of bottles you're not getting.
Coca-Cola.
No Coca-Cola. We're not all of leave Coca-Cola. Again, get one.
No, anything Munati, I'll take it.
Oh, but
I know Muna will take surgery.
That's good. Yeah, Muna.
So I'm taking surgery for now.
Muna not take surgery. Muna
taking surgery for.
Muna not drink surgery, brother. Surgery for children. No, but also serious. No, let me be honest. I think the Unity Party led administration has created serious doubt and cloud when it comes to the issue of transparency and accountability. And this started off from the very first day, from the inception, where it is alleged that when the president had not even taken over, they were asking Grace P to go and collect money, I think to 500,000 or whatever it is, to get
500,000. You're right.
It's very concerning. You don't do these things, right? The second part about it also is even their own inauguration money, they can get account of it. Their own inauguration that they plan. They cannot even. Can you imagine your own money that they gave you for your own party? You can't tell the people how it is spent. You can't account for your own money that you spend for your own event, your own inauguration. We have a problem. We have a problem on our hands. To be very honest, we have a problem. If you can't start from those small things, they don't say go plan event for a different party or for another person. An event where they were inaugurating Joseph Yuma Boakai. And up until today, no report. We've not heard about the money that was allocated or given to them, how it was expensed, how it was spent, or whatever it is. Nothing. And so this creates some serious doubts about the issue of transparency and accountability, and it raises some serious eyebrows in terms of monies, spendings, and this shows also, it shows some form of irresponsibility when we say these things you get vexed. It shows that you are not able to manage. It shows that you are irresponsible. It does. It prints a very bad picture. Muna, I don't know what say you on that, because this is
No, very serious. You see, Steve, this country called Liberia, we lacking three things in this country: good governance, transparency, and accountability. We are not true to ourselves. You see that when us all give us money, they can send people that money because Liberians, they're not true to themselves. We are corrupt. You know what happened in Nimba, the superintendent, she's doing well, yeah, fine, but transparency and accountability is very much good. And now, if you do that good thing, you should be able to give account. Communication. You see, right now, you know why I'm bringing a whole lot of balloons right now? Because communication is lacking. They don't know where you're taking the money from. Yeah, they see what's going on, but they need to be aware where the money coming from, and who gave him the money, and how is it like? Because no communication, you just doing if you're doing accountability is lacking, nothing they can. You do a good job, but that they won't give them hard time in this country. Accountability, transparency is lacking in our country, Liberia. Is it that what you are saying during the inauguration time? That what happened? You know, we only do things to bring disgrace and shame to ourselves in this country. What happened? The people couldn't get account of that the money is spent, how you spend that money, where they give a bad signal to Liberia outside. The outside will give a bad signal to us. Well, poor fainting, they hit everywhere, no understanding. Then they post that say, I think they post say, I don't want to pass a law that I mean every inauguration day, they should put fainting day in Liberia, it should be holiday. Because we're not true to ourselves. We're not true to ourselves. We can pretend the country, we're not true to ourselves. We're too corrupt. We're too corrupt. No accountability, nothing. Poor job, we do things, spend money. And we can't get account what you spend. You can't see nothing. The country can't grow. Steve, the country can't grow. We can't go up. We can't come down. We're just there. Because we are not true to ourselves. We are corrupt. We are corrupt. To the extent that on the people don't even want to help us. They don't want to help us because we ought to help ourselves. Because when we're in a position to help ourselves, people see what we are doing, they will be happy to back us up. But they didn't see anything. They will send money like bread every day. You can see nothing. People just eat their money. They eat their money, large their money on things that no impact, nothing. They won't be begging for money outside. What they will begging? Oh. They will still begging for money. We all that they say, all country that they nothing we can show in the country, nothing we can show. You have the law because they're just there to enjoying themselves. They don't know what they put for them for. They enjoy it because no one can play fool of us because they know that we can help politicians. We can sing praises to them. We take them like demon gods. We suffering. We eat actual poverty to even eat. Nothing we can show, but when they come in, we see them, they come in, they singing praises, that nothing is happening. They will not even suffering at all. Now the poor keep playing food of other country, we can't go up. Because we're in a position to even help our own very self. To tell people that why are doing it, why are doing it is not fine. It's not good, but we can't do that. We can't do it, we can't sing praises. Hey, when they come sing praises to them, hey, them up. What are they doing a party, and we refuse to tell them the better truth. But all tell them the sweet lies, but we can refuse to tell them the better truth. So that when the podcast, they say about all is well. We sing praises to them, when they go back and we start complaining.
Thank you, Mona.
At all, Steve. Nothing in this country.
Thank you. Mr. Dollar, are you okay now?
Yeah, I think I'm already built.
Yeah, I think you're much better now. Go for that. I'm not sure if you remember the question I asked you earlier.
Yeah, I got a lot of things in my mind right now. First of all, I was wondering how you were hitting high on Seku today. So you take me a little bit. It scared me a little bit. But anyway, it's part of the life. Really, you know what really bothered me this few days is the guy who was senator for Nimba County came up and make a sarcastic statement on the media, and immediately he was appointed as one of the senior members within the government, liaison officer between the Senate and the executive. That really, really bad for me. You know, so I don't know how people will have such a thinking in this time. This is a gentleman used to be with MPP, a Child Taylor administration, as a junior man, and they were causing unnecessary problem for the Liberian people. They used to be on the street to harass people during MPFA time. The same men come around today with their elected government and making this kind of sarcastic statement, and the government knowing the past record of this young man and still giving the kind of position he really bad for me. I don't know how you guys are looking at it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we talked about the statement from Sano Johnson, former senator from I think Nimba County. We talked about him yesterday. I agree with you. It's very embarrassing. It's troubling. It's concerning. And then turn around. Guess what? From what we are hearing, allegedly he gets appointed. So that means going forward, for you to get appointed, turn around. Going forward, for you to get appointed, you need to come out and threaten to cost people. So once you can cost people and threaten people or fight people or brutalize people or whatever it is, guess what? You get the attention of Joseph Boakai. And if you're doing it in the name of Joseph Boakai, you get his attention. And he appoints you basically. That's what it means. But again, it comes down to what we're about to talk about. And I really want Milburn to be on before we get into that conversation. But speaking of the issue of accountability in Nimba County, what say you? That the people in Nimba are requesting accountability from the superintendent currently. What say you?
Yeah, for Nimba County, the citizens have a right to demand their leaders to publicly make a statement about the fund given to them or where they're getting money from, because it's very, very troubling or administrator of any nation or entities carry on some expenditure and cannot tell the people where he getting the money from. It could be some mafia group giving some money to, to buy the whole counties or to buy the whole country. No one knows. So obviously, the citizens have a right to petition this young lady to come up publicly to tell them where she's getting the money from. It's the right of the citizen. But that brought down to the Nimbanians, those that are living in Nimba, need to take that step, and they need to champion that campaign. The other can follow.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. That it needs to be championed by the citizens of Nimba for the need to seek accountability or whatever it is. I know yesterday, Shaq, you were on a show. I'm not sure. Unconfirmed reports saying that what his name. I'm not sure how true this is. Sano Johnson has been appointed. Are you guys aware of that? If so, how has it been received? What do you think? After threatening to cost people and do this, and Joseph Barry appointed, are you guys aware of that? If so, how has it been received? What do you think? Are you there?
Yes. For me, when government about to fail, a lot of things can happen. With the quote-unquote appointment of coming from the president, it's still continuing. When the Senegal president, after he won the election, it was just a week, and then he appointed all of the government officials that he's supposed to be put in the offices, and they occupy the position as well. And coming to Ambassador Joseph Juma Baka, we are approaching a year now. I know the year plus, no, the appointment have not been done. Somebody coming from the blunt side just say, insulting Liberians, threatening Liberians, the peace of our country. The next day, you hear that he is appointed. I don't think that is not a good way of government, and it's not a way of the people. Government is by the people and the will of the people. So, first, before you appoint somebody, look at the upsides and the downside of that person as to what impact does the person make for me, what impact does it make for the country, and what impact does the person make outside the name, and what intent is it coming with? Is it going to be a good government materials? That's some of the question you ask yourself. But some of the guys around, they are just new wine, old bottles. So they serve the past regime, and they still seeing each other, and they want to run the government on a friendship basis. Where maybe my friend is Milburn, I see Milburn does not have nothing much to do, but he was in the past regime, and Milburn, he can come over, let's run Liberia. But if we continue running the country, that the government fail. The government will fail. because you don't care as to what the person will bring on the table for the country. What Sandra Johnson bring on the table? What does Sandra Johnson bring for Liberian people? What is it? What difference is it going to make? Except as a liaison officer between the Senate and that of the government, that of the executive. What difference is it going to make for us? What is the impact? There are another expensive, another way to the country taking Liberian people money again, using it on somebody who is not even being useful to our country for a while. It's sorting people, threatening lives of people. Then you give it, man. Look at the statement the man made. You know, anybody talk to Baga will give 25 latches. Then the next day, Ambassador Baga say, okay, can't let me get you a job. You know, anybody talk to me like getting the real 25 latches. And that has to do with the security. That has to do with the security. Mind you, this statement being made, it is not statement to Wallow. Because Sandra Johnson will be having security with me. So mind you, a common Liberian can be disciplined by some of those security at any time, any moment. That's the 25 latches.
Thank you. The only thing here, let me walk on Melbourne back because we want to get into the conversation now before we open the line. I want to read something from the Constitution quickly here, but Melbourne, welcome.
Well, my dear brother, let me say thank you. Thanks to our team at Sheikh for that talk. You know, I did listen, and you people were talking. All of the things, you know, it's just quite frustrating to admit on a very serious note that indeed that will speak volume that I think Liberia, in fact, our leadership, they are the problem because, for example, if Melbourne was represented, for example, and in my district, maybe after 6 years, the people vote me out because of my poor performance. Then government come, or maybe executive, or maybe new government come, and the government hire me maybe to become minister. What am I really going to do? What the kind of work am I going to do that I'm not able to even perform in my district or even my county as senator or maybe superintendent or so forth that I fail the people or to that extent? But again, that's a life that we live here. That in fact you have to agree. That's the only way that you get daily bread. If you not agree, nobody going to listen to you. Nobody going to do business with you. That today is here today. No government willing to even do business with us. Every time we listen, they say you're not like. Oh, that people don't like the government business. So it's not about all lacking. When you lack, then you get something. But if you don't lack, that means you're still hungry. That's the kind of life that we live today. So the politicians, they will do this thing, my brother. They will make sure that they join the government that be just because they're not able to create even cold water business. Most of the people, they're not able. Why in that one somebody will be senator maybe for 9 years or even 18 years? And you're not able to even create company. You're waiting for people to come and bring company. I mean, sometimes be thinking as what is something really happening to us? You worry about people coming in your land to bring company, but you have lawmakers or politicians who are millionaire in your eyes, but they're not able to bring company. But you're still waiting for Steve to go out there and bring company. Investor got to come. The politicians, they are the investor because they have money. But because all they choose to do is send their wives, their children, their brothers and sisters, send it out. Then they leave us here, we the little better, and then we struggle and talk among ourselves. So far, my brother, that's it.
Thank you so much, Melbourne. You know, the Constitution, the Constitution needs to be constituted. Because it just tells you that when you look at our Constitution, it tells you the mindset of the people who wrote it, where the minds were at the time. But it also speaks volume of how they consider the future. You know, and you can tell that people who wrote the Constitution, to be very honest with you, just reading it either shows that they were on some kind of duress, or they themselves are not good people, and they didn't care about the future. They care about protecting those who did wrong at that time. That's what it was about. But let's be fair also to say that, and I've said this over and over. Sometimes people disagree with some of the positions that some will take because either it's very unpopular or it seems like it's a little unorthodox. But I'm a realist, and I try to keep it as real as I can. And in doing that, one of the things I will say is, I think if the Liberian people want to protest, I think it's a very bad idea to even announce protests. I'll say again, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Protest should be spontaneous. You shouldn't be going around asking no justice minister to give you permit. Once you do that, you honor man the protest. How can you go to the people that you want to protest against to tell them to give you permit to protest? To tell them to give you permit to protest. When in fact, let's read Article 1 quickly. Let's read Article 1. All powers inherent in the people, all free governments are instituted by their authority and for their benefit, and they shall have the right to alter. Now that means alter what I mean to change. So yeah, they shall have the right to alter and reform the same when their safety and happiness so require. When you read it back and hear some people who want to stay in power for long and say, well, they're talking about the ballot box, they're talking about the time for you to go to election. No, that's not true. It don't say anything yet. It said they shall have the power to alter. They shall have the right to alter and reform the same when their safety and happiness so require. In order to ensure democratic government, which responds to the wishes of the government, the people shall have the right at such period and in such manner as provided under the Constitution to cause their public servants to leave office and to fulfill vacancy by regular elections and appointments. So there are two different aspects of it. The first aspect says you have the right to alter your government. You can change your government if you want. Me, I will always say it. I will always say it. I don't care who comes to power. I don't care who comes to power. When you mess up, I'm all for them to remove you. Let me say it again. Me. When you come to power and you start fooling around, like the way Joe Weah did, I will offer Joe Weah to be removed. Today, I'm offered Joseph Boakai to be removed. I stand by it, I support it for them to be removed. Because we don't have time in our lives for people to come and fool around with people's happiness and waste people's time from one government to another. The city you're criticizing when you come out, you do worse than it. They say, oh, and that politics. No, they're not politics. So since you want to mess around, then let's get you out of there and let's put somebody that 11 on one. Trust that as we continue to mess around, we'll be changing government. For me, it's not a problem until we can get the right people. But this idea of let's sit down there for 6 years, you know what 6 years is? And me, I've told the Liberian people, I'll continue to say it. You start announcing protests. You start passing around and making noise about protests. Protests are not exhibition, they're not thing where you pass around and announce. Serious minded countries, serious minded people want to do protests, they don't pass around and announce it. Let me tell you something. When you do it spontaneously and simultaneously, that means spontaneous means you're there wiggle, it just happen. Once you money there wiggle, protest in Douala, protest in Rayleigh, protest in other place, protest in Granger, protest in Lofa, protest in Nimba. Let me tell you something. Once that starts to happen, it's a done deal. But this idea that the same thing cost out and they play on your that time. They go collect small money and they get council or church and follow behind and they have press conference. I knew it was a joke. You and my girl met with them in Ghana. It was a joke. They were already so out. All the things you saw them doing was formality. All of them collected the cash. All of them. They collected small things. So they killed the whole protest. So I'm saying to the Liberian people, you don't waste your time with announcing. You don't need a seek permit. There is nowhere in this place. In anywhere out. The day anybody bring it to me that show that the Constitution said we need a seek permit to go protest or whatever it is, in the 1986 Constitution, I will never come on talk show again. I'm done with Liberian politics. Because it doesn't exist. They created things so they can control you. Or how to do. Like you said, go look, I want justice minister and add justice minister. Never come on talk show again. I'm done with Liberian politics. People have found me. People have told me if you have feedback, please. So my question to you guys now is, And let me make the last statement. I didn't want to lose my train of thought on the last statement. You know, in America, most recently, there has been huge protests all around the country against President Donald Trump. And that forced the hand of President Donald Trump to revert, to change some of the things that he wanted to do. It's a way for citizens to express their dislike to the government. Let me say this. Protest is a must in any country. It's the tool that people use to send dissatisfaction to the government when you don't like what the government is doing. That's the way you communicate it. You don't go communicate it by going to get rebel or by going to Bush. You don't do that. But back in the days when the people try to communicate it, don't then send people to beat them. They send the police. They send the army. They intimidate and put fear in people. But protest is very, 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 very essential. And I'll keep saying this. The way CDC treated protests and the way the opposition play around with protests killed the essence and the significance of protests in our country. It was bad then, and we must not tolerate that. We must not allow it to happen. People must have the right to come out and protest. No, people must be able to do that. So here's my question to you guys. Do we think or do we believe that protest has any significance in Liberia? And should Liberian people protest? Let me start with Melbourne, because Melbourne been in and out. Let me start with Melbourne first. We'll go to Melbourne.
Since Melbourne is not yet ready, can I say something?
No,
Yes.
okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm ready, but go ahead.
No, if you're ready, go on. I'll listen to you. Maybe.
Well, so Steve, so to that question, for me, I think if you can still recall, for a very long time, I've been saying this, that we are still into the PRC system, and the PRC system, it is the I don't know, the quote unquote, by them, the rebels or those soldiers or maybe how you may call it. So the system is still run, because even today, people are using Falcon and they're using degree 88 or degree 38 or degree what, to operate. So it tells you that, my brother, look, until we can look at that constitution and do a lot of amendments or even to change a lot of things, nothing going to work. The politicians, they're going to use that constitution against the people. Where in this world that somebody will be senator for 9 years in the age and time, you get 1 man retirement job. So that doesn't speak for that, in fact. So for me, a PRC system, let us not waste our time. And they will continue to put fears in this in our people that protest is bad, because they make it look like security people they gotta make money. Even if you listen to the former finance minister, because they seen protest, in fact, they had to do some kind of budget for money here and there. So who knows? All these fear tactics back to back is another form for government to get money and to give money to some of the security officers or maybe security apparatus. So for me, protest is right. But again, the way the people will go about with protest and the security implication also, that we're looking at, because, mind you, we are a fragile country. We are definitely a fragile country, a lawless country already.
Wait. Because of the statement you can make in that country that can present problems. When you say you are a fragile country, what do you mean? God, I hear people say that.
That means we are like controlling our own security, and we are not totally maybe at where we want to be when it comes to a nation like 100% depend on. So right now, the entire security system is already crippled. Let me be frank. That's just the fact. So for me, what I'm saying in short is that it is the right of the people to protest, but also people will want to infiltrate into some of these things and cause chaos and make people to either lose their properties and to lose their lives. So that's why you see I keep talking about the PRC system, because the security power, they don't care. They will shoot the tear gas. They will do anything that they want to do, and they were going to be the victims. It's our people. So how protect? It's just confusing, my brother.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to Mona. Mona, real quick. What say you?
Yeah, Steve, thank you. You know what? Serious talk about serious people. This country, serious talk about serious people. Protest, a damn public announcement. In that time, quite to be going around, say we come and protest. No. Because people protest, there are something the government doing is not right. That they said they came to rescue. But what they came to rescue, they are doing more than what they came to rescue. For that reason, people are frustrated. So you know you have one money that your year the entire country who are protesting for what? Because of what the government is doing. What they came to do, they don't do it. And protest is not a bad thing. You will do that to put the government feet on the fire. What are they supposed to do to start doing it? Even you know the partisan people, they are frustrated. Because what they expect from this government is not happening. They are frustrated. But more than even you say you don't need partisan, they are frustrated. The protest is a good thing and bad thing. So in nothing I mean, but it's scary about protest business. The only thing that protest in until the government announcement go around town crowd who coming or I person coming. No, you only have one money. You hear the whole country people are protesting because of what? Because the way the government is doing, the way they running the country, they are running the country the right way. That's why you see people in the street. So serious talk about serious people. Protest is not a bad thing. It's a good thing to put the government in a fire. That's what they're supposed to do. They're not doing it. They're deviating for what they say they came to rescue the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Mona. Let's go to Mr. Dolly really quick, and then we'll hear from Sheikh. Mr. Dolly, what say you?
Yeah, Steve, from my understanding on the Liberian situation now, protest is very, very necessary to put the government on a check line. But here is the situation. It's not possible for protest to take place now because the entire inhabitants, we have 85% or 90% of the citizens, what they eating tomorrow, they have to get up tomorrow morning and go look for it. So even they have something in mind to do, a little thing can infiltrate and stop them from doing it. So that's the reason why it will be very, very difficult for protests to take place. But by right, it's necessary for protests to take place. Peaceful march. Take your petitions to your lawmakers, your government officials. Tell them what you see happening is not right and they need to change. That's the right of every citizen. But how possible for it to happen? It's not possible because people are hungry. Believe me or not, it will be difficult. It will be difficult for it to happen. And some of the organizers of this protest, they are not genuine. When the year mandate, they have some security apparatus going indoor, meet with them, so look here, sabotage, there's something here. And it happened before. And it will continue to happen because people are hungry, they don't have means of surviving. And that is the reason the government is taking it as a pressure to keep people in that poverty line continuously. Because so they can able to control the citizen.
Okay.
That's how I see it to be.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Dolly. Sheikh, let's hear from you really quick. We'll go to the line early so that we can have reactions after the lines. Sheikh, go ahead, please.
Yes, Steve, thank you so much for this topic. Protest is good for citizens, especially if another way of submitting a petition to the government that some of the happening in the country to the citizen after citizens speak on national and local radio station for a while, government is not listening. They can take the other means to inform the government. This is what comforting. This is what we need as a citizens. But that is only if we have peace and we have a safe country, a good security system in our country, who feels the aim of our people, who understand the condition of our people, what our people means in a protest, where not in Liberia nowadays, even when a small protest come out, you see those security men will take advantage of the citizens, going about brutalizing them and other folks. So if they got a peace in our country, a good society, protest is good, peaceful protest is good, but nowadays in Liberia, for me, I don't consider protests to be taking place in Liberia right now, especially that's why I listen to they how to call it, the opposition the other time they want to have a protest. I didn't see it necessary because for any time we have protests in this country, something must go on wrong with the citizen. Either citizen die or citizen are brutals. What about country every time when the citizen want to flag their flag through protest or peaceful demonstration, you will find security, state security taking advantage of the citizen. So for me, protest is good, but that is if you got a very free and fair country, a peaceful country with a very good security system where people understand and respect the law and respect the view of our citizens and respect our citizens that they are citizens of this country, that they have that right to have a free and transparent protest in the country. But for now in this country, I don't see any protest necessary in this country right now because the country is not at peace, it's not safe.
Okay, thank you. Well, before we go to the line quickly, let me say this. Liberia is not fragile. Don't be clear about that. People use it as an excuse. Liberia is not fragile. In fact, Liberia has had more peace than it has had war. Count the time since you start fighting war in Liberia till today. We can't keep using this excuse from decades to decades. So Liberia is not fragile. Liberia is a responsible country. You've had 2-3 democratic elections now. That's a sign that you are stable. That's a huge sign of stability by all measures. So there is nothing such as fragile. Now, it's up to you if you want to be irresponsible with your security, that's a different thing. That is a total different ballgame. If you want to play politics with the security, that is totally different. And that's what I've always seen. People play politics with the security. For example, Joe, we are there. Joe, we are security and committed to him. Instead of the security and being committed to serving the country, they're committed to him. Joseph Baraka and change the whole thing and they're committed to him. And that's not how it works for security people. So it has nothing to do with fragility or the country being stable. The country has been stable. Liberia is not at risk for anything. There is no indicator. Nothing. That just the Liberian saying for people or politicians that won't scare you, and the country, our fragile peace. How many years now since you've been having come on now? How many years? So I'm only saying this so that we can clear some of these things and educate and inform our people. Liberia is not a fragile country. No, let's stop saying that in public. Please, I'm encouraging you. If you didn't know this, know it today. When you say it, you sound funny when you say it. Liberia is not fragile. Liberia have more peace than it had war. Liberia is stable. In fact, Liberia is a sovereign nation. Do not forget about that. Many of your presidents now say that. Many of your politicians now say that. And that's true. We're a sovereign nation. It's just that we're irresponsible. That's all. So that's just what it is. But let's go to Melbourne quickly. Let's turn over to Melbourne as well. He will decide.
Yes, my brother, thank you. And let me say thanks to Sheikh. Actually, in a minute, like Mr. Dollar was saying, sometimes people are not genuine, to our people. Let's be frank. And let's just say the fact here today so you can see as to the way forward for our nation. Some of the protests that have been done where, for example, somebody were in the US and even controlling people to protest. Today, the person is here today. What the person's own contribution, even towards the life of the people that he was controlling back to back. But again, it's good. It is your right. But the way the security can do things here, it is indeed difficult for our people. And we don't even know how to, because they put fear, they intimidate our people, and even they go to the extent of even hurting our people. So some of us, we keep saying that, yeah, maybe they can stand up somewhere, park somewhere, and move on. Maybe that's the only thing. But for me, I've seen a lot of protests here for so many years, and at the end of the day today, the country still the same. Politicians don't come, they use the thing, get more popularity, come to power. Because of what people just got to power today. It was because of June 7 protest. If it was not for that protest today, nobody going to buy the idea But because people felt that, in fact, they are so disappointed, so they wanted to go and protest and change the government. Today, where are we today? We fall into the same thing. So that was some of what we're sounding, the way we are sounding. But again, well, it is the right of every human, especially Liberians, to get out there and to protest on if things are not going the right way. So my brother, that's it. I think we're going to go to the line to take calls and hear also from our people. All right. So let me see our best. Yeah. You getting me? You wanted to say something quickly before I go to the line?
No, I just wanted to thank you. What I want to say, I can't say in public because the part of the security threatening people or whatever it is. Let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk here on the show. I'm not going to say on the radio, but there are strategies and way around those things. The security intimidating and the other one. Security, they're not falling from heaven. They're not injured. And they're living somewhere. And they get family. And they get children. So they think a two-way street. They think it's a two-way street. If you want to be treated a certain way, you don't treat people a certain way. You are security personnel. You are not bad boss for politicians to go and say, oh, you're going to brutalize and you're going to do that one, you're going to do that one. No, you're not. So I'm just saying that I'm not going to go into details, but there are ways you can handle this particular thing with, oh, the security brutalize the person, the security brutalize. The security then to get vein. They get blood running in it, a human being. So I just want to say that because if I go into the nitty-gritty, how to handle the security, it will be a very dangerous thing. But there's a way you can handle that as well. But like I said, I'm not going to talk about it here.
All right. So let's go to the line to interact with our people on this Friday edition of the SKTV show. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Melbourne, and let me say good evening to the rest of the panelists on the show. This is David King, and I do join you for spending this. You see, Melbourne, people make protests to look like rebel coming from Hutu to Morovia. I think the last 6 years, we saw a lot of protestation. We saw the We Are Step Down campaign. We saw the June 7 protests. And there were a lot of protests. Bring back our money and all of that. Those protests did not cut down the wires from the pole. Those protests did not take away the camo from the bathroom. Those protests did not take down the transformer from the light pole. I think everything remained normal. Everything remained constant. Cars were not looted. Shops were not looted. But today, when you talk about protests, then people say, well, they should go and shoot people. Let the police kill them. Let the police tear gas them. When yesterday we saw the police on a project Sulu, divine water, and even hot meal to the protester. We haven't seen that on Mr. Bwaka.
All right.
What we see on Mr. Bwaka is killing and brutalizing peaceful citizens who have come out to express that political franchise. And somebody want to tell us, say, protestation will bring down the government. No.
All right. Thank you so much. Keep your calls coming. Please, let's stick to time. 1 minute. I'll keep your calls coming. 0770-203-125. That's the number for you to call this evening to be part of the SKTV show. Hello to this caller. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, Melvin calling from County.
Thank you, Melvin, for joining us. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, we talked about the issue of Samuel Johnson. If for long, Samuel Johnson is nobody to think about because he is not somebody to make any progress in life. Samuel Johnson has said, but me 2 times as a senator, but stay there and stay on the farm. So if Bwaga bring into the government, is there another burden to the Liberian taxpayer money? That's all.
Thank you.
2, about the protest. If the Liberian want to protest, no need be calling people, my man, let's go protest. You saw the effort with me on the go ready to protest. Because of their protest, the armed forces day celebration was suspended. Because it was all over Liberia. It called Bwaga attention why they not wanted it to be, it was changed. So the Liberians need to gather the asset. They don't need to be making phone call, going to day to get a certificate for that.
All right. Thank you so much, my dear brother. You're right. If you want to protest in that way. But hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, sir?
Yes, we okay. Thank God. Go ahead, my brother.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm Ellis Kodo, that joining from Nimba County, District 7, the South Bound City.
Good.
So we are urging our president, not every sector he will break a legacy. Protests have nothing to do with government. Give the people the opportunity. Then they exercise the political frontier. Then they express what on the mind. I think if you set the record, it will be okay for you. Instead of you, every time when the citizen want to test them, you go after them, you brutalize them with the lawmaker, even in a session, you go after certain group of lawmakers. So tomorrow, personal worker, you're not working for money right now. I believe that. I think the first thing to be working on is your character and the legacy that will be left by. It's what you're going to be working on. And not every Saturday you break because of one or two men grief. So, but this time we call upon the president to do the needful thing for the laborious people, give them the opportunity. That they exercise the fragile, that they come on what on the mind.
All right.
You'll be able to understand what is unfolding in the country.
All right, thank you.
You can't listen to the news. So we also then get the opportunity to the people.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, my dear brother. Today's caller. Hello? Yes, my dear, good evening. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Rotterdam, Senghor FE.
Yes, go ahead, Chief.
You see, President Waka told us to obey and protect the Constitution. But see what he's doing. The Supreme Court rendered the final decision. And he's trying to play politics with him by saying he will work with the forum. So why in the Constitution that the president should work with quorum? They said speaker, and the speaker should preside over the quorum. So that quorum, what he's talking about is illegal. The Supreme Court already rendered a decision on our issue. Then he's coming to say that I will work with the quorum. See what is happening. The other representatives now, they are all running to Radio Consa, the legal speaker. So the woman is not right to protect the Constitution, and when you fail to do that, the Liberians are right to get in the street and spread their strength chart.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Chairman. I think you make your point. Keep the calls coming. I'll take a few more calls and then we'll cross over because let me see. My uncle is right here. Uncle Branta, good evening.
Yeah. Dave, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank God for life.
Yeah, let me thank you and the guys and the panel and Mona in Shoedru. You know, I just want to speak today former Senator Sandro Johnson issues. You know, we were here during Taylor time when Sandro Johnson used effective on Archbishop Michael Francis.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying that anybody who use invective on the president, you will use the same on them or on other leaders. It's not strange.
Mm.
You know that Archbishop Francis came from bombing. I mean, he and Sandro Johnson should have some level of relationship.
Mm.
And that man was brave to start abusing that man of God. Very credible man in the state. So who is that cause? Even the man he want to tell in particular to even the very president Waka, he said he's trying to protect today. People they are not stable. The guy is background of vandalization. He goes to high school. So he's not strange. We know him very well. So let him go ahead to continue to abusing people, being on air as a statement for Bombay County, who's supposed to rely on, who's supposed to settle the still in Bombay County and boasting that he will abuse other leaders. Let God be with him. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor, and your co-host in the diaspora.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, Peter David Council, I call from under the street light in Lower Johnson. Firstly, I want to speak on the issue of the protest. You know, one thing the government of Liberia needs to understand is that Liberia is constitutionally democratic. So, when the citizens decide to gather to exercise their constitutional rights, there's no government or individual that will post to that. I think the release coming from the Justice Minister, it just validated our argument that they want to establish a Gentile administration. It's not going to work here. These people yesterday when we are in power, they organized other than including Joseph Walker, other than to pass to the capital building and going home there and the protesters. Then you can talk about permit Article 17 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia call for what peaceful assemble. So we are going to assemble peacefully. We do not need permit from this particular government. In fact, we don't even drop the security system.
All right. Thank you so much. Today's caller, quickly, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Jawad Akman. I come from Prince. I just want to express how Liberia can be very hypocritical, very deceitful, including some of you on the radio. I would say it's a good thing to abuse anybody. What Sandra Johnson said should be condemned. But do you hear what local says all of the time, even from Joy we are up to this time? When have you ever discussed it on the radio?
Hello. So let me just correct that. Hello, we always saying here on the radio that why you get called about day before, and even doing up to now, we're not in support of that. And it was the rescue government that also made you get called about. Even most of the people today that been abusing around. So go ahead. No, go ahead. I just wanted to just correct that so you can know that we are not in support of anything.
I listen to the program every day.
Okay.
We are not up to this time. Whenever discussing, whenever condemning,
Mr. Color.
So what I meant, I'm just saying that we are not.
Mr. Color. What a color, Mr. Color. Hang on 1 second. Mr. Color.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Steve. I think we gotta go now. No time.
Before we go, let me clarify something to that color. That color is a lie. He's a deceptive man. Whether he old or he young, he's a big fat liar. You see, this is the thing that they do when people come to tell them. Then they say, "Oh, they're president. The way you can say you angry, the way you can tell you angry." These are United Party partisans who are full of deception. That's why I can call them pig brains. And people can say, "Oh, you can't say they got pig brains. They got pig brains." When you call yourself son of swan, how you want me to call you? These are the people that can come to distract. How will you say we have never condemned Yege Koluba? Yege Koluba is our friend. More than once on this platform, we have openly distanced ourselves, openly criticized Yege Koluba for some of the statements that he makes and some of the words that he uses. At the end of the day, the truth that Yege Koluba says, we pointed out. You're the same United Party people were hailing and cheering Yege Koluba here against CDC. And you won't come and project your feeling, carry that your unreasonable reason, lying group of people, you'll go somewhere else. Your man who you're supposed to liar from hell, Joseph Yuma Boaka, is a chief liar, international and local liar. So I don't expect anything from you guys. But anyway, let's get reaction from our people. I've always told you, anyone that call on the show, whether you man or you woman, you come here and you lie, I will check you. I don't get to say, "Oh, gently there," and don't get this. No. These fools needs to be checked. These fools, they need to be checked. Until you can check them in public, they will not stop. They will not stop. They come here with a bully mentality. These are the same people that got the country to where it is today. They voted them for change. And they're messing up everything. They want to be blaming people. But let's hear from Mona. Mona, let's hear from you. Then we'll go to Mr. Dollar. Then we'll close the show for today.
You know, some people can call and say things in a negative way. They are frustrated. Yeah, they are frustrated in this government. So when you say the things the government doing, they get more frustrated. That's what can happen. So let me say many thanks to our callers, the listeners, our supporters, followers who always been there for SKTV. Do join us tomorrow, same time, same station for the program. Until then, Muna Lagui, I wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from Mr. Dollar.
Thank you very much, Steve, and I appreciate how your actions, we call you Action Jackson. You see, look, the problem of our country is people don't like to hear truth. Those that say truth, they are the enemy of the state. And listen, anything is not legally done is not done at all. And if you have beyond lie, and a lie can only last for some time, it cannot last forever. So the problem of our country is people continue to lie. And the government can, you see the liars, then rally around that government and make it very much unpopular. Some of us are very surprised to see Joseph Barker behaving this way. Because when he was coming, he came with all kinds of lies. All kinds of lies. Every statement from him, none of them were true. But the Liberian people believe in such a human being. They like to hear from people that can lie. This is the man that never faced himself. Can he face the country? No, it's not possible. Charity begins at home. When people say that, then they say, oh, no, the old man is a straightforward man. He never see government money, this and that and rest of it. He was in a place where he was making over 3 to 6 million of United States dollars per year. Almost 11 million United States dollars per year. What he did with it? No one can show a finger where Mr. Barker spent this money and people can see it visibly. No. He was the one that was responsible for group of 72nd. What kind of improvement he gave it to them? No. He didn't improve himself, and those that he was responsible to look after them, he didn't even look after them. So that's the kind of country we are. And we will always remain like that so long we disagree to accept the realities. And the country will continue to remain down like that. Good people are not rewarded. So, well, thank you very much, Mr. Steve and Mabon and Sheikh Sharif. I'm so happy to be part of y'all, and I wish to be with y'all at all time, and I always say the truth. Whatever I see is true, I will say it. I don't hold anybody apology for saying the truth. And I don't also need anybody personal favor. Only God favor I want. So let's continue to say the truth. When you're saying the truth, people will hate you, but God will support you. Thank you very much, Steve, and thank you, Seth. And
thank you. Thank you. Church, really quick. What say you? The closing comment before we turn over to Milton.
Yes, like Mr. Doré said, the truth can hurt, but it set you free. And for us on the platform, we believe in truth. We stand by our name, and we will continue to say the truth. We'll continue to educate our people. There are thousands of Liberians who depend on this broadcast every evening to listen to some of the unfolding situation in the country. But I can tell you, Ambassador Joseph Juma Barker, Sandro Dazo Johnson, all his life have been trouble. From the time I was small, from that Bombay County, because I'm from Kidmore, all along he have been trouble. He have not worked anywhere there has been no fight. So that is not a good element for this country. So he got to reconsolidate and think about what to do next. But bringing this man among the Liberian leadership, I don't think is a good figure. And I think he had to go think very well. So thanks to all of you. Thanks to Liberians who took that time to listen to us. This is your platform. It comes out every day on this radio. My name is Sheikh Sharif. Gentlemen, have yourself a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, quickly, Melbourne, as we turn it over to you folks, we want to say tomorrow will be on by the grace of God. And let me say this. You know, many of the callers, thank you so much for your calls. It is your right to protest. Just so you know, don't let no government fool you or lie to you. Protest does not bring war. That's not true. It is your right to protest. And me, I support protest as long as you are not going to create trouble or whatever it is. However, it does not guarantee that when you go for protest, there will not be trouble. Because for every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. And for me, I don't hold back. If you think you are coming on the show here to come and do that regular talk show, I don't have time for that. I see it, and we move. But maybe it's up to you. Let's have a good night. And maybe please, that birthday money you need to report right now after the show. Effectively, I don't know something. Share that money.
So quickly to our people, thank you so much again. On tomorrow, like Stephen already said, yes, indeed, tomorrow will be Saturday. Will be here by the grace of the Almighty God. Good night to all of you. You know, Liberia is all we have. We got to disagree to agree. Please allow people to assemble when they want to. The one of the caller from Nimba said, I think he knew everything, that it is the right of people. Government feed them, give them security, and protect them. Thank you so much, and good night to all of you.